This is the story of a woman who narrowly escaped from being drugged on a Tinder date. My friend told me this horrific story yesterday, and it has to be the scariest thing I ever heard, so I felt like sharing it to remind everyone to stay safe and cautious. This happened to a friend of our friend not too long ago. So, this girl matched with a guy on Tinder and went on a couple of dates with him. On the first 2 dates, they went for coffee on walks outside. She really liked him, thought he was friendly, good-looking, etc., and thought they clicked. For the 3rd date, the guy suggested she should come over to his place to have some wine. She agreed because she felt safe and comfortable enough to do so at this point. So the time comes and she goes over to his place and he pours her a glass of wine. Things seem to go well. They joke around and enjoy a nice talk. After a while, she starts feeling funny. Now, luckily, this girl had already been roofied once before, so she immediately recognized the effects once they kicked in. She was extremely clever in this situation and pretended she was feeling fine. She told him as cheerfully and energetically as possible that she was quickly going to use the toilet, as to seem like nothing was off. Once she was in the toilet, she locked the door and immediately called the police. She told them she was drugged, locked in the toilet, and that they needed to come get her out of there. Pretty soon after she passes out, she awakes by the police but is still very drugged, so kind of slides in and out of consciousness. All she remembers is the police putting a bag over her head as they carry her out of there. She was saved. A few days later, she is asked to come down to the police station to give her declaration of events. After doing this, she asks whether she remembers the police putting a bag over her head correctly, or if it was imagined due to the drugs, or what was up with that. They tell her that they indeed put a bag over her head because they decided it would have been too traumatizing for her to see as they carried her out of there what he had prepared and set up for her in the living room. This sends shivers down my spine. The guy ended up in jail, and to this day she doesn't know what he had had in mind for her, but it's clear this was a very messed up, incredibly scary situation that could have ended horribly. Please, please, please always let someone know when you plan on going on a Tinder date, even if you feel safe, even if it's not your first date. Always ask a friend to call and check up on you during and after to let someone know you're safe.